Hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, today's conversation will be one of the 48 laws of power, which is recreate yourself. I will be doing this as I get ready for an event and like do my makeup and stuff. So, yes, that's why I'm getting all my stuff out right now that I'm going to be wearing. I'm going for a light makeup look. Before I begin, I want to just put on some chapstick and some lip balm. So, recreate yourself. I think this is probably one of the most important things I can do. I just put on like moisturizer and stuff, and my nose is itchy. My nose is like always itchy, guys. I swear that's what happens when you like have two nose piercings. It's just like, I don't know. In my world, I feel like after I had my nose pierced, I just increased sensitivity in that area, or like awareness. Um, yes, so basically, how or why would you want to recreate yourself? I think recreating yourself is a part of life. I think it's a lot of fun to do as well. I don't think that as humans we were meant to, stay constant. I think life is all about change and evolution. And when you recreate yourself, you are evolving, you are going through different phases, which helps you connect with yourself better and connect with other people in the world. So yes, my nose is so itchy, guys. I'm so sorry. I hate when I do this on camera, but I cannot help it. Like it's bad. Um, allergy medicine, and I took my allergy pill earlier today, like hours ago, and here we are. Like as soon as before I started recording, I just like had a sneezing fit. So yes, now that you're all caught up, recreate yourself. We can recreate ourselves in so many different ways. This always goes back to self-image too. So we can create ourselves mentally, we can recreate ourselves physically, and even spiritually. Like you can definitely level up spiritually, and that will have a big influence. So I think that's something that has happened to me. But I feel like individually, on all of these areas, I've recreated myself physically, mentally, even emotionally, I would say, and spiritually. And physically would be like a new haircut or a new piercing, tattoo, body modification things, anything on physical experience that I can see with my eyes. So, like your outfit, your style, how you decide to like present yourself. That's one aspect of recreating yourself. Another aspect mentally would be like maybe educating yourself. You are investing in your mind by educating yourself. Mila is licking me right now because she really likes when I put like body products on. Sorry, she's licking me. What else do I want to say? Oh, yeah, in education, investing in yourself, that is a big level up that you can do as well to recreate yourself. You are upgrading your your mind, your conscious mind, or even your subconscious mind if that is something that you were focused on. I don't know what your journey is. So education is important mentally, because when you educate yourself, you don't think the same. You are growing, you are evolving. Mira que quieres. Macho, you want to come up? Let's say. There she goes. So, yeah, I think these are so important. You can level up spiritually. You can recreate yourself spiritually when you, like, I guess, have a strong foundation for what you believe in. I think that would be a good place to start. Seeking answers and whatever resonates with you, then going with that. But I'm using my energy essential oil. I love it. I love the smell of it. So, yeah, spiritually, things like past experiences can really help you, grow in those ways. And it will definitely, like, I feel like everything that we go through in life contributes to where we are going. So if I didn't like it's and like the butterfly effect, if you know what I'm talking about. So I think all of that, even the minor, very small minor details, help us create the larger picture. And so in our past experiences, whatever we have gone through will, set the foundation or a stepping stone for what we continue to experience. And really understanding that can be very pivotal. So now I'm just doing my eyeshadow. I always do the same look. I want to do, okay, let's go back. Yeah, so I always do the same look pretty much with my makeup, and I don't always wear a lot of makeup. So makeup can be a different way to express yourself and also recreate yourself. Like I've seen people, like cosplay and dress up as characters, and that's really nice. They're very talented, and that's what they're doing. They're in a way recreating themselves. So you can do that in so many different areas of your life, like, and it's mind blowing. But the reason I think that it's important to recreate ourselves is because life is always flowing, life is always moving, it's never constant. It's changing all the time. So also, why don't you change all the time? Macho, stop. Macho, no más. Cállate. Macho. Sorry. All right.
Thank you much.
All right. So, yeah, like we're going through life and don't expect everything to stay the same. It's fun to explore different phases of you. One of the ways that I've done this is by shaving my head. Like, I shaved my head and wow, that was cool. He really wants to go downstairs. I think that's why he's working. Macho, stop. Go downstairs then. He's scared of the steps because he's fallen a few times down the stairs. So there's that. Macho, stop it. I'm really sorry if it's loud. I don't mean to like yell either, but oh my god, 1 second. There we go. Okay. Please be quiet. Thanks. So yeah, recreating yourself, you can do that through makeup, you can do that through your hair. And I recreated myself by shaving my head. That was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my whole life. Because I saw myself go through so many phases. It was really cool and eye-opening. Like there's so many possibilities out there. Sometimes you just have to take a risk. Macho, please. Macho. Stop it. I'm getting irritated. Because I'm just trying to talk to you. What is it? Stop it. Okay. Please excuse him. He's so chatty today. But yeah, recreate yourself. Do new things. It's fun. Please stop whining. Shut up. Yes. Yeah. Recreate yourself. No one else is gonna do it. You should never really stay the same, in my opinion. You should always be growing. If you're not growing, then you're dying. Just try a different look out. Try, adding things to your vocabulary. Work on your self-image. All of these things will also affect how other people approach you. And it's cool to see. It really is. Thank you for shutting up. So, yeah. It's a talent and it's really fun to like dress up and dress down and just mix things up. You're so powerful when you do that because you alter people's perception of you when you are just different and you're okay with that and you try new things. Lots of people I think, are scared to try new things. They are so comfortable, so comfortable. So when you get uncomfortable and you're just like, fuck it, I think you have an advantage over other people. Different things will start to open up and you don't stay stuck in that same place. Um, there's a quote from Albert Einstein that goes something like, you can't solve a problem from the same level of thinking that created the problem. So you have to do something new. And if you want to experience new results, maybe do something new. That's my 2 cents. And who knows? You don't have to like it. You don't have to like everything that you do. But it's literally all the journey. The journey is what matters. And then eventually you'll find what does resonate because you've dabbled in so much. So I love this conversation. Recreate yourself. It's so powerful because you are altering you individually. You are altering how others perceive you, and that's really cool. That is not everyone can do that. Alter their perceptions that people have of them. So it's definitely like very sciencey, and I think psychology and maybe not even I think just psychology. This conversation, but it's so interesting to me just because like if how I wear my hair, like this way compared to like another way, can give off a different vibe, and like yeah, it's cool. And you don't know what the universe really has out in store for you unless you try different things. Honestly, I don't think life is supposed to be monotonous. At least I love it. Okay, I have to go take. Macho, stop. Be quiet. 1 second. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Okay. Serio. My bad. Thanks for being patient. My dog loves my grandmother a lot. She just came over. I have family downstairs now, so you might hear them. Integrate yourself. Change your perception of yourself and what you think you can do. Go above and beyond. Because when you do that, you are also inspiring other people to like really show up as themselves. Like, I know that when I had a bald head, lots of girls would be like, "Oh, like you do that so well. Like you just have the face for it. Like you can pull it off so well. I can't." And like kind of put themselves down. I hate that. I really do. I don't want to compliment where like you're putting yourself down. Just tell me I look good and like keep it pushing. Thanks. Because in my opinion, it's not necessary, and I don't care. Like that is just a limiting belief that you're sharing with me. Like if you really wanted to have a bald head, then you would do it, and it really doesn't take any type of face shape. I mean, maybe some people can pull it off better than others, maybe, but you don't know that until you don't know that unless you try it. So there is that aspect. Yeah, recreate yourself. It's such a powerful tool. It really is. Um, not only do you alter again your relationships with other people, you can inspire them to really do what makes them happy too. Because when we see someone shining in their light, we have two options. We can either be inspired by their creativity and their force, or we can be jealous. And I think that it's pointless to be jealous. Yes. So yeah, that's how I feel. Makeup is really powerful. You can like literally adjust how it's an illusion basically. How my nose looks or my eyelashes or the shape of my eyes. I can alter all of that through makeup and it's all an illusion. Everything is an illusion. Everything is projection. So nothing really matters. Just have fun, essentially. And when you like recreate yourself, um, it's a power tactic because lots of people, if they know you to be type A and then you just now you're type Z, that will grab their attention and you will probably get talked about. Mhm. Yep. So that's something to take into consideration. People will probably bring you up and stuff like that, or like talk about what you're doing. So have that in the back of your mind. Um, People are gossipy. I don't know if that'll ever go away. Yeah, we love talking about other people's business, apparently, as humans. So just yeah, be mindful of what you're doing and who may be on the receiving end. Like recreating yourself, you can recreate yourself within different people too. Like have different relationships. I know that I act differently around my sister than I did when I was younger. I act differently around my friends. I act differently around my parents, and all of this is an illusion or a projection that I decide to portray when I'm around them. So, why do I do this? Because I think it's very valuable to know your audience and to know who you're engaging with. Because when you do this, you can kind of steer um, or be in control of yourself and hopefully steer the conversation or the situation into your favor. And or even into the best way possible. Like that's really what we're doing, knowing your audience and how they might perceive what you're doing. Like I was not supported by lots of my family when I shaved my head. People didn't understand it, and I don't really give a fuck. But I changed their perception very dramatically. The perception of me changed because it was like, oh, this bitch, like she's. My aunt thought that I wanted to transition into being a man because I shaved my head, even though I've never had a conversation or spoken about that or anything like that. And I feel very comfortable in my femininity and being a woman. Um, like, no shame. Like, I don't, but that's like not my journey. But that was projected onto me because I dramatically altered myself and it like scared her. Um, because that is not something that she would have ever expected. But that's okay. Like that's a power move. Like fucking I will present myself the way that I want to present myself and I will create myself to be who I want to be. And what other people have to say about you is definitely not important. Never. I mean, unless it's like advice and you're asking them for advice. But at the end of the day, you have the most say on what you're doing. Hopefully, I think that's you should have the most say over what you are doing with yourself, with your time, with your energy, with your money, whatever. That is the message that I want to share. All right, let's see. I'm just staring at my eyelashes. I can see them. Highlighter time, maybe a little blush. All right, so yeah, I love this conversation. I love this topic. Morph, evolve, change. You'll find what you works and what doesn't work, okay? Um, don't be scared of what other people have to say. Let them do them, okay? What there's a quote that's like the opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity. The opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity. And what that quote means to me is that in reality, like people who are scared, um, they're just doing what the masses do. They don't really think for themselves. So when you alter something so drastic and you're going against like what society thinks or what other people's expectations are, that's a power fucking move. Because not everyone is brave enough to do it. So by acting in that way, you are showing that like ultimately you're in control. Some people get scared of that. Some people really like to project and give up their power. Um, yeah. I thought there was one more point that I wanted to say in terms of recreating yourself. Look towards like gain idols, people that you look up to, people that you like in movies, celebrities. I mean, of course, be like selective, honestly. But people that you can like, that you like their style and you like what they do. Just take that inspiration and use it and adopt it and alchemize it, like transform it into something that works for you. I really wanted to say something else. Shaving your head, if you've ever thought about doing it, I highly recommend. It was again one of the best things I've ever done, and I will always say that. Um, Yeah, it will alter when you recreate yourself, it alters your relationships. Oh, yes. And going back to like family, I know my audience, and that is a superpower. Not everyone kind of like is as has that intelligence. I want to say like social intelligence to know who they're dealing with, to read them well, and to know how to connect with that person in the best way possible. So things like, what are things that I've done to, like, recreate myself? Piercings. Um, when I had my septum piercing, my family did not like that, and I no longer have it only because the jewelry, like, disappeared on me. It, like, fell out of my nose one day, and literally I never found it again. I tore my room up and down. I tore everywhere where I could possibly look, and I did not find that piercing, and I have not gone back to get it. Not yet, at least. So knowing, your audience, who you are dealing with, and that's really important in recreating yourself because you want it to be effective. You want to, in my world, I want to present myself the best way possible that I can all the time. I always want to do my best. I always want to be in peace and flow and harmony. So these are the steps that I do that for. But seriously, changing it up is such a fucking power move. You will inspire others by sharing your light. By getting that tattoo, by doing that thing that you want to do, by acting this way, dressing like that. Have role models that you can learn from, that you can take these things from, accumulate, observe, and apply. I honestly, for me, I really liked Selena Kyle's type of style. The whole Catwoman vibe, super into that. Really into that. I was Catwoman for Halloween. So I like to a certain extent, I will have that aspect. To me, that's like a little bit dark feminine, like edgy type of style. And I'm not always like that. Like have so many phases. We can do so many things. The only thing that's stopping us are the limits that we put on ourselves. So, yeah. Stop making excuses. You are your own person. No one else should be telling you what to do, how to dress, how to act. Even me, honestly, even me. You don't have to listen to me. This is just things that I like to do. This is my take. But at the end of the day, you have the say, which is the most important. You have the final say. And yeah, seriously, by recreating yourself and being who you want to be, you're helping the world. You are. Your light is so important, and sometimes we don't always realize that or believe it. but it's important. Someone out there is watching you, watching how you move, and of course, you have that potential of where people are jealous and they want what you have, but there's also the potential to inspire others and show them the way. There's so many people on this planet. So many people on this planet. Imagine the people you can meet if you live the life of your dreams. Imagine how beautiful that could be. Recreate yourself. Be who you want to be. Stop being scared. It'll make you miserable. You don't owe anyone anything. You never owe anyone anything. All right. Okay. Thank you. This is the final look. I don't know. This is basically what I do all the time. So, very simple. I like my eyelashes. Oh, oopsies. I actually want to do the lower lash line. So, don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. I know I repeat myself a lot. Part of me is because it's helpful for me to repeat it to myself because I feel like it's affirmation. But I also do it because it helps me like direct my attention because I know what I want to say, and it'll lead me to like another point. It'll just flow out of me. So yeah. Okay, I'm almost ready, and then I'm out of here. My family's staying, but I'm leaving. I have big plans today. I'm excited, even though it's like 2 o'clock. I'll get to my destination like at 3 o'clock. Traffic is nice to me. Stay there for a bit. Then go home around like 8 or so. Come back here around like 8 o'clock. But yeah, I had a really nice weekend. My weekends have been super fun lately. Something new. Do something new. Be who you are unapologetically. And if people have something to say, let them talk. Let them talk. Do your fucking best. I'd love to see that. Okay? Thank you so freaky fracking much. All of your support and everything. I look forward to listening to anything you have to say. As always, feel free to leave a comment and participate in today's discussion, today's conversation. If you like this video and you want to see more, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you're notified whenever I post. And you're in the shit, You're in the loop. All right, there we go. Final no scratch, and I'm out of here. Bye. Have a beautiful day. Peace out.